So you might not think you can take any business lessons away from the Oscars, but on today's video, I'm going to show you how I learned a ton from Matthew McConaughey during his acceptance speech for his Oscar. Hi everyone, it's Jason Everett, one of the trainers down here at Business Refuel. And I was watching the Oscars this last week, and I was just, kind of going along, watching how everybody's, using social media and interacting. And you can take a lot of lessons of not only how to promote yourself via the Oscars, but one of my favorite things was from one of the acceptance speeches. In fact, it was from Matthew McConaughey for the movie Dallas Buyers Club. Now, I didn't see the movie, but I did see the acceptance speech. And he said that there are 3 things that are applicable not only to him, but also to your business life. As he said, number 1, you gotta have someone to look up to. Number 2, you have to have something to look forward to. And number 3, you have to have someone to chase. And in this video in just a minute, I'm actually show you the Oscar acceptance speech, but I want to talk about those. So something you look up to, something you look forward to, and something to chase. And I want to talk about something to chase. Because for a lot of times I felt like I needed to chase other business owners or chase other great leaders like John F. Kennedy or people like Martin Luther King, and chase after those people and aspire to be great like them. But one of the challenges I always had was I didn't want to be everything like that leader. Like, I love Richard Branson, but I'm not looking to become Richard Branson. Or I like Donald Trump, but I don't want Donald Trump's hair. And so the challenge always for me was that if you look up to somebody or you're chasing somebody, there's always that little bit of hesitation that slows you down or prevents you from going after it. And what Matthew McConaughey says in this speech that you're about to watch is he says, why don't you chase yourself 10 years in the future? And I totally love that concept, so I want to make sure if you didn't watch the Oscars, that concept was passed along to you. Because if you just look up to who you're going to be 10 years in the future, so if you're 25, look up to yourself at 35. If you're 35, look up to yourself at 45. Or if you're 65, look up to who you could be at 75 years old. Older, wiser, more mature, with a greater breadth of knowledge. And so for me, I love that concept of looking up to yourself, because you have the power to impact who you become in the next 10 years by the activities that you do now will create your own future. By the things that you study now will create the person that you become. And so in business, if you look up to people in your industry, you might say, well, I look up to them for this, but I don't like this part of their life. I've worked for plenty of people in the past that had great business lives and horrible personal lives. And that was something that always turned me off. And so what I always wanted to make sure for myself personally is if I looked up to somebody that they had their values across the board in line with mine. But what I loved about this speech is you can look up to yourself and look at it 10 years in the future. So it's not self-centered, don't think of it that way, but look at yourself of who you want to become and start doing the things that you need to do, and then you'll start having the things that you need to have inside your life. So watch this speech, it's fantastic, and I hope you get as much value out of it as I did. So that's it for me, Jason Everett. Enjoy this Matthew McConaughey speech, and when the video's over, I want you to comment below, who do you look up to? What do you look forward to? And the very last one, who do you want to chase? Comment in the comment sections below, and until then, have a fantastic week. Take care.
There's a few things, about 3 things to my account that I need each day. One of them is something to look up to, another is something to look forward to, and another is someone to chase. Now, first off, I want to thank God, because that's who I look up to. He has graced my life with opportunities that I know are not of my hand or any other human hand. He has shown me that it's a scientific fact that gratitude reciprocates. In the words of the late Charlie Lawton, who said, when you got God, you got a friend, and that friend is you. To my family, that's who and what I look forward to. To my father, who I know is up there right now with a big pot of gumbo. He's got a lemon meringue pie over there. He's probably in his underwear, and he's got a cold can of Miller Lite, and he's dancing right now. To you, Dad, you taught me what it means to be a man. To my mother, who's here tonight, who taught me and my 2 older brothers, demanded that we respect ourselves. And what we in turn learned was then we were better able to respect others. Thank you for that, Mama. To my wife, Camilla, and my kids, Levi, Peter, and Mr. Stone, the courage and significance you give me every day I go out the door is unparalleled. You are the 4 people in my life that I want to make the most proud of me. Thank you. And to my hero, that's who I chase. Now, when I was 15 years old, I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, who's your hero? And I said, I don't know, I got to think about that. Give me a couple of weeks. I come back 2 weeks later. This person comes up and says, who's your hero? I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. No. She said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero's always 10 years away. I'm never going to be my hero. I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing. So, to any of us, whatever those things are, whatever it is we look up to, whatever it is we look forward to, and whoever it is we're chasing, to that I say amen. To that I say, all right. To that I say, just keep living, huh? Thank you.